Our East High girls basketball program has been very successful over the last 5 or 6 years. We've had winning teams ever since Sam Powell has coached the Lady Scarlets, and we were in the state tournament this past year in 2013, but we lost our first game. The good news is we lost only one senior off of that squad. Our 2013-2014 girls basketball team from East will be ranked #1 going into preseason play next winter, and we're hoping to bring home another championship. To give you a quick review, the East girls basketball team were state runner-up in 2010. They were state champions in 2011 when they had an undefeated season of 26-0 in 2012. And 2011. Then 2012, 13 this year, they were made it to state tournament, but only played one game. So we're hoping next year, the 2013-14 season, that they go all the way and finish the job they would like to have, which is the goal of winning a state championship. We have several talented girls led by Rochelle Marble, who's been recruited by over 7 universities to play Division I college basketball, and also Sharice Burrell. These are both girls that were named second team All-State as juniors, and they'll be leading our squad in 2013 and 14 as seniors.
We're coming off a pretty good winter at Roosevelt High School. Obviously, our girls basketball team had a nice year. They finished 12-12, got to the second round of the tournament with a lot of young kids that we're looking at bringing back next year, and really excited by that. And obviously the boys basketball team ended on a great note with a big sub-state win over Valley by 2 points over at Southeast Polk, and then advanced to the state tournament for the first time in 31 years. And even though we ran into a very good Dubuque senior team that night, it was a real fun experience, and it was a good experience for our kids because, again, our boys team too is real young and has a lot of nice players coming back, so we're really excited for that. Our wrestling team, we qualified one individual for the state tournament. Sawyer Kochel qualified, and he's a senior, and we're going to hate to lose him. And our boys swim team qualified 4 events for the state tournament or state meet up in Marshalltown, where Max Ward took second place in the 100 butterfly, which was a great accomplishment and a good way to end Max's career.
I wanted to mention our bowling team. Both our boys and girls bowlers finished out the season on a very high note. Both of those teams qualified for the state tournament, and they did very well. Our boys headed into the state tournament actually had the highest score in the state. I think they finished 5th in the state, and our girls 6th, but it was a very fine performance. Individually, we did have one bowler, Brittany Smith, who was the state runner-up. Last year she was a state champion, which was very exciting for us. This year she was a state runner-up. In the last 3 years she's been a runner-up twice in the state champ last year, so that's very exciting for Brittany, our bowlers, and of course Lincoln High School.
Focusing on boys soccer, the boys are currently 3-3. Again, just had a big tournament, a 4-game tournament canceled at Sioux City this past weekend, which would have been nice to get those games in against the Sioux City schools, but again, the weather in that part of the state with snow and rain caused that postponement. But we're led by Max Fernandez, who's leading us right now. He's a senior with 5 goals, and some of our other seniors are Belmont Alabasic, Charlie Ahrens, Nick Moore, and Max Peterson. And so those kids, we've got a lot of good soccer coming up yet for the boys. We still have big games against Hoover, Indianola East, North, and Lincoln within the conference. And again, you know, we're going to fight the weather, but we need to get those games in regards to our conference schedule. The other events, big events going on right now is our track. Our girls track program is really going through a really nice spring leading up to the Drake Relays. Right now we've got some state individual leaders, and Agnes Saya is leading the state in the 100-meter dash right now. Jalen Roberts-Lewis is the leader in the long jump at 18 feet 9 inches, and Alexa Hunt is leading the state in the shot put a little over 44 feet. And Alexa is the defending Drake Relays and state champ in the shot put. At the Drake relays this year, our girls and boys have each qualified 8 events for the relays this weekend. And we're really excited for that because that's always a good precursor leading into the last couple weeks of the season with the state meet.
This spring, we're off to a good start with our track teams. Both boys and girls, when they can get out there in this weather, have had some very good success. Our girls team right now has one of the things that we're proud of is their participation rate this year is at a 10-year high. And so that's one step for us that's in a positive that we hope to keep improving on all of our sports and girls sports specifically, but that's a big plus for us. They've had some highlights already this year. They've finished second in the East High Leetown relays. We do have one young lady that's going to be running at Drake this year, or Monasia Jones, and so that's a plus. She was a state qualifier last year, and it was the first one for our girls in a while. So again, that's a plus in the right direction. We've got 3 or 4 events right now in our district that we're in the top 4 or 5, so we're hoping to qualify some more young ladies when the state rolls around. So our boys track team is equally off to a good start this year. They're coming off a very productive 2012 season where we had I think 5 or 6 events in the Drake Relays and state tournament, finishing upwards to 5th place, 2nd place. So we're going to build on that this year. That's the hope, and they've had an excellent start to the season this year. Jim Duncan Relays just a week or 2 ago, our 4x1 set a meet record, so that was very exciting. Our 4x2 also finished first in that meet, and those 2 will be participating in Drake Relays this weekend, along with we have an Open 100, a couple of the hurdles. Our shuttle hurler relay team as well are both participating. These were all state qualifiers last year, and we certainly hope for it to be this year again. So boys track is off to a great start, and their expectations right now are just to build off their 2012 season.
Right now, our boys soccer team probably stands out right now. They're, like I said, they're 1-3-1. They did beat a 2A school. They beat Ballard of Huxley, but they have been competitive in every game. So they haven't won, but they have been really competitive. And there's 50 kids and a lot of returners for next year. So we're really looking forward to next year too. Our girls, we don't have a lot of numbers. We have about maybe 15 girls on the team. They're very young, but once again, we have a good new coach in Kara Hanlon, and she's starting to turn a corner with the girls. They're being competitive as well. We even receive a lot of feedback from some of the fans of both sides that say that they really love the resiliency of our girls. Our boys and girls track team, like I said, they haven't had a lot of experience running meets this year, but the one kid that stands out for our girls track team is Chantel Cortez. She qualified for Drake Relays in the 100-meter dash, but I guarantee you, in the next couple weeks, by the time we get to districts, you're going to hear about her more with the 100-meter hurdles. So again, right now, things are looking up for North High School athletics. We're really just trying to get better every day, work as hard as we can, and be responsible and classy people, because we have to work on that every day.
I would like to talk to you about our boys track team at Des Moines East High School. It's probably our most sport with the most tradition of our school, and I say that meaning that we have currently about 185 members in our Athletic Hall of Fame, and nearly half of those are boys track athletes that have won state championships over the last 40, 50 years. You can contribute a lot of things to the great success of our East boys track team. We have a lot of great sprinters. We always have and we always will. And those kids are great athletes, and they do really well on the relay teams, the 4x100, the 4x200, and sometimes even the 4x400. And so the East High boys track relays teams have been exceptional. We're hoping to make a comeback and win some more state titles either this year or in coming years to come. I'm also pleased to report that we have 7 current seniors on our track team that will be running track for Grandview next spring, a year from now. And so our success has been somewhat connected to the Grandview University program and also great coaching staff. And I'm hoping we'll do well in the upcoming Drake Relays and state track tournament coming up later this month. I'd like to also talk to you about our upcoming girls team. Our girls soccer program has not made it to state yet, but last year they were a game away from state. They played in the regional final game and lost an overtime match to Urbandale to go to state. So we were knocking on the door of going to our first ever state tournament last spring of 2012. And we have a lot of great athletes. Some of the same athletes that play basketball on our girls team also play soccer in the spring. They play some of our better athletes in soccer play clubs soccer as well, and that really helps them. And I think that if people haven't recognized that we have a great girls soccer team, you got to come watch the girls play.
My name is Mel Green. I'm the Activities Director at Hoover High School. And this upcoming spring, we're looking forward to our soccer programs that have been pretty competitive over the last 4 years, both boys and girls. And we look again this year to have a strong showing in both conference and out-of-conference play. Overall at Hoover, we have 19 sports and about 466 participants. So again, we're very proud of our Husky tradition. We look forward to all of our sports being very competitive and excelling, and we look for our hats off to our student athletes as they give out and give a trying effort. I just want to, just go ahead and say that I appreciate the effort that the Des Moines Public Schools are doing to make sure that we are providing participation opportunities for our student athletes and students around Des Moines, and continue the effort. I'm very proud to be a product of Des Moines myself and went through the student athlete experience.